Hi everyone, today I'm going to give you a video to strengthen your core as you stretch and tone your body. We're going to do a combination of yoga and Pilates mat. So if you want to work your core, tone your body, this workout's for you. My name is Tracy, my channel's Downward Dog Rising. So let's begin. All you need is your mat and something to drink, water or a sports drink, whatever suits you best. We're going to start off in an all-four position, cat-cow, quadruped position. And then I want you to just press your palms away, drop your chin, drop your tailbone, scoop belly in, and you're going to inhale, elongate opposite directions. Exhale, repeat. Let's stretch out our spine and create length and space. Exhale, scoop core tight to low back. Inhale 2 more times. Scooping in. Stretch apart 1 more. Find your neutral spine. Stretch head away from tailbone. Now you're going to slowly do this lateral spinal flexion. Side bend, shoulder moves closer to hip. Return to the middle and bring your shoulder and hip closer on the other side. Return center. Open up that whole side like your ribs are yawning away from the hip bone. On the one side, come back in and inhale, openness. Come back and just get that deep stretch along opposite side of waistline. 2 more. Stretch and reach, come back. 1 more time, you're gonna stretch and reach and come back center. All right, next we're gonna take opposite arm, opposite leg, point toes, anchor your shoulder blades down your back. Keep the elbows soft so you don't hyperextend. We're gonna hold for 10 seconds and breathe. And just tighten core to low back. Keeping your balance. 4 and 3, 2, come all the way home and switch it. Opposite arm and leg, stretch out of your center. Anchor shoulder blades down your back. Hold and breathe. Tighten core. Hold it steady. And 4, 3, 2, and gently come in. Extend your right leg behind you against the mat. Collarbones wide, relax shoulders out of ears. Hug your elbows tight as you do a set of tricep push-ups. Kick the leg back, push up 8 more. Inhale, exhale, reach, elbows tight to ribs. 7, core is strong. 6, do a deep exhale. And 5, 4, make sure shoulders avoid creeping up. Last 2, 1 more time. Come up, extend that leg, fold it in, find your center of balance, reach for the foot or the ankle, and gently lift up into that opposite hand so you really feel a nice stretch through the front of your hip and quad. Lift your heart through the arms. Inhale, exhale. Stretch that hip flexor and your quad. And inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. You're going to inhale. Exhale. Gently release. Now you're going to take your opposite arm and leg. Hold here. And then what I want you to do, just hold. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Now you're going to take that back leg, kick it up. Another set of tricep dips, push-ups I should say. What I want you to do is make sure your shoulders stay down and you're going to come forward, kick that leg behind you, lift back up. You inhale and then you exhale to lift up. 8, 7, use your core, and 6, 5, squeeze those triceps, 4, back of up and 2. Inhale, exhale, last one. Push it up. Now as this leg extends behind you, you're gonna bend this leg in, and then you're gonna reach back, grab it with your opposite arm, reach for the foot, the ankle, lift heart through arms, and balance. Open shoulders, chest. Feel the front of that shoulder stretch. Press into your foot. Collarbones wide. Breathe. And inhale, keep it steady, exhale. Breathing in, exhale, one more time. And inhale, exhale, gently release. Next, we're gonna take our toes, curl them under us, and then gently, I want you to slowly start to extend back into downward facing dog. Elongate the neck, look towards your knees, and then gently come down, tap your knees to the mat, shift your weight back through the hips, through the heels, stretch your arms against the mat in front of you, and come back in, tap the knees, and reach it back. 8 more. Scoop core into spine. Press those heels back if you can. 7, lift heart through the arms and reach it back in. 6, inhale. Exhale, warming up the spine. Feel those hamstrings lengthening. And 5. Think of those arms rotating deeper into the shoulder sockets. 4 more. And 3. Reach and stretch, armpits to palms. 2 more. Now hold it here for 10. Tighten core to spine. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Use your core. 4 more. 3 more. 2. Now gently press back and walk the dog. So you're just gonna let your hips move a little bit. Stretch out your back, your hips, your hamstrings. Move around, enjoy the stretch. Look towards your knees. And 5, and 4. Feel the backs of those thighs really stretching. 3, and 2. Last one, excellent. Now gently take your right leg, 3-legged dog. Kick it all the way back behind you. Reach, reach, reach. Hips are straight. Take your right knee into your right thumb. Place it on the mat. Coming into a swan. So we're just going to take this back leg behind us. Pull this right hip back. Align hips and pelvis. And just breathe. Flex your front foot. Coming into our pigeon or swan. Lift your heart to the sky. Inhale, exhale. We want to stretch our lateral hip and glute, our piriformis. We want to get our psoas, the front of this opposite hip, other side. Open your heart, relax your shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out. Wonderful. Slowly come down if you want to deepen your stretch. You'll feel it more in the hips and pelvis as you make your way closer to your mat. You could put your forearms on a yoga block if you wanted to, or a folded up yoga blanket. Now we're going to go a little deeper if you can. Maybe you'll make a fist with each hand and gently relax the middle of your forehead over your fist. Maybe you'll take it all the way to the mat on the flat back of the hand. Whatever works best for you. And just breathe into the front, sides, back of your rib cage, expanding in all directions with awareness. One more deep inhale here. And slowly you're going to come up onto your forearms if you were all the way down. Take a breath here. And then we're just going to curl the toes of our back foot underneath us. Walk up into our palms. Push the palms down and away. Now we're going to come into our plank. Hold your plank for a moment. Your hips are squared. And now let's go into our Pilates push-up, but go right into Chaturanga Dandasana. You pull your elbows in, Lift your heart through. Maybe go to the tops of your feet. Thighs are actively working. Then you curl the toes back. Drop your chin, roll it in. And we're just gonna come back into our downward dog and walk it out again. Look towards the knees. Release those hamstrings. Feel the stretch in your calves, your heels, your Achilles tendons. And 4, and 3, 2 more. And last one, wonderful. Now you're gonna take your left leg straight out into your 3-legged dog. Your hips are square, just really extend, 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 reach apart. Now fold that left knee, take it to your left thumb, drop it into the mat. Now you make sure your hips are aligned. You pull this left hip back. You take this right leg, the hip, the knee, the ankle, align on your mat behind you. Ooh, and I'm getting a cramp in my foot. I ran and the humidity yesterday, whoo. Oh my, I might have to come out. I'm getting a really deep cramp. Okay, stay where you're at. I have to step. You have to step on a cramp. If you have a cramp, you step on it. That's the easiest way to get rid of it. So remember that. And I'm drinking in my electrolyte water. You have to really hydrate when you have high humidity and high heat. Florida in the summertime will do that to you. Okay, so it's going away. To push into the bottom of my foot. All right, I'm meeting you on the mat again. Left knee to left thumb. I pull the left hip back. Sometimes you just gotta deal in the moment of whatever happens. So that left hip is pulling back. You're gonna feel a really deep stretch in the front of that right psoas. And really stretch that tailbone long away from you. Take a few breaths here. Try to keep this front foot flexed. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe if it's within your practice that feels more comfortable, just keeping your hips aligned, squared straight in front of you. And if that's the case, you stay lifted. You don't even take it down. See what works best for you. We're gonna hinge, coming to our forearms. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. And like I said, on the other side, if you wanted to go deeper, you can make a fist with each hand and just relax your forehead on the fists. Or you could take it all the way down to the mat. Relax your forehead on the backs of your hands. Keep lengthening your tailbone away from your center. So we've already targeted the front of our psoas, our front of our quad, now the lateral hip and glute, and going a little deeper into the straight leg side psoas and hip flexor. Same thing. Breathe, head away from tailbone. Keep pulling your heart through the arms into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, gently release. Feel tailbone stretching away from you. We want our spine to elongate. Relax your shoulders. Two more deep inhales here. Exhale, softly, gently release. One more time, deep inhale. Exhale, gently release. Slowly push up to your forearms. Take a breath here. And then we're gonna gently bring our palms into the mat under the shoulders. I want you to take your back foot. We're gonna curl the toes underneath us. Lift up our right knee. Now just hold your plank and we're gonna do a little rock forward and back. And just inhale, exhale, scoop abdominals in. Tailbone reaches long. 7, stretch the ankles, Achilles tendon. 6, narrow those 2 hip points straight across to get deep transverse abdominis muscles engaged. 4 more, and 3 more, 2, and last one. Wonderful. Fold your knees in. What I want you to do now is do a little thread the needle. So I'm gonna have you do 3 rotations from your breastbone. Your hips are square to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, return facing down. Inhale. Return facing down. 1 more. Now go under the arm. Relax your shoulder away from air. You're gonna gently press down against the mat. You drop shoulder down and back. Pull those sits bones back away from you. Maybe you keep this hand directly under the shoulder as long as your shoulder stays down. Maybe you'll stretch it overhead like that. And stay here and breathe. Feel openness along the sideline of your body. Sits bones reach towards backs of thighs. You're rotating around your breastbone, getting some motion, some freedom and space in the thoracic spine, right in between those two shoulder blades. And inhale, and then exhale. 2 more times, deep inhale, thread the needle, exhale. And 1 more time, deep inhale, thread the needle, and exhale. Wonderful. You're gonna slowly slide this hand in. I'm gonna have you press up to your hands and your knees. And then we're gonna stretch the other direction. We're gonna go 3 times with the right arm. I'm just gonna face you. We're on our hands and our knees. And inhale. And exhale, face your mat, your hips are squared. And 2 more, you're gonna inhale. And then exhale, face your mat. 1 more time, you're gonna inhale. Exhale, reach under that arm for thread the needle. And then you're just gonna drop your sits bones straight back behind you, your shoulders away from the air. Maybe you take your arm over your head like that. If you have your shoulders maintaining that stability, they're staying down away from ears. And just breathe into this whole side of your rib cage. Breathing in, get those intercostals, the muscles between the ribs to spread apart. When you do deep diaphragmatic breathing and use your diaphragm, your true respiratory muscle, you'll use the accessory muscles less and less. From the scalenes, the top of the neck, the sides of the neck, sternocleidomastoid, your jaw doesn't get as tight. So you really want to breathe deeper so those ribs fully expand. You get that oxygen into the lower lobes of the lungs. You breathe slower, more deeply, and it takes you into the parasympathetic nervous system. So you're out of your flight or fight mode and into your calm, peaceful mode. And it's nice if you can do that because you can reduce cortisol levels and just feel calm. Breathe into the sides of those ribs. Soften the jaw, the neck, shoulders down and away from the ears. 2 more deep inhales. And 1 more time, breathing in, breathing out. And gently slide this arm under the shoulder. Press up to your hands and your knees. And from here, I'm going to take you into a modified Pilates plank, into a pike. And in yoga, we're going to call this a dolphin, from the modified Pilates plank into a pike. So join me. When you go into your forearms, watch what I did on purpose. Avoid that. Get a good start. You drop the shoulders away from the ears. You align your joints so your elbows come directly in line under the shoulders. Now you're going to curl your toes under and really stretch your tailbone so you don't arch. And then you lift up into the air. You look at your knees. And then you lower hips and pelvis back to the mat. So you're going to lift up, scoop, and zip up through your core. Come back in. 8. And 7, you're scooping in. Look at the knees. 6. And then 5, use your core. Scooping in. 4 more. Exhale. Ribs wrap. 3 more. 2 more, you're almost there. And last one. Now lower to your mat. Keep your low back long. Tap your knee and lift. Knee taps for obliques. Wrap those ribs, tailbone long. 6, 5, 4 more, 3 more. Keep those shoulders down. 2 more. And last one. Fold the knees. Take the tops of your feet to the mat. Rest pose. Balasana. Reach those arms back. Hinge, 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 hinge. Open shoulders, chest, and relax forehead on the mat. Collarbones wide, shoulders are relaxed. Breathe into the low back. Keep pulling your heart forward through the arms. Get that oppositional length in your spine. In Pilates, we call that axial elongation of the spine. We want our skeletal system to be able to be upright. We want our muscles to efficiently work without pulling our skeletal alignment out of alignment. So it's important we strengthen and we stretch so that we can perform at our optimal and move efficiently. With less energy, we want to conserve our energy as time goes on. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale. Slowly take your hands under the shoulders. You're going to press into your palms. Pull your heart forward and through. And now what I want you to do is go right into an upward facing dog. So you're going to take your toes behind, balls of feet. You're going to have your tops of your feet on the mat. And you just really engage those quads, your tailbone's long. You pull your heart through the arms and stay here for a moment. And you inhale. And then you exhale. I'm going to get a cramp in my foot. Inhale. And then you exhale. One more time. You're going to inhale and exhale. Slowly take knees down. Crisscross your ankles. So we just did a little extension for our spine. Now we're going to walk our feet through. Woo, I just have to wiggle my toes for 2 seconds. Going on to the top of my foot, almost cramped it. Okay. That's what happens as a runner. Always cramping. We're going to come into a caterpillar. So we want to stretch our hamstrings, our low back. Front ribs meet back ribs. Your shoulders are over pelvis. Elevate up, lengthen. Either you're going to take your hands under the thighs, under the knees for extra knee support. Maybe the shins. Keep the height of your spine as you hinge from your crease. Go to the ankles. Stay here and breathe. Maybe go to the feet. Pull outward on the lateral pinky toe sides of your feet as your heart pulls through the arms. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Protect the spine. We're working on maximal elongation of our spine. Breathe. Lift your heart. Spine is long. Hamstrings lengthening. Deeper stretch. Flex toes to sky to get all the way up the back chain from the ankle, the heel, Achilles tendon, the calf, the soleus endurance muscle for long runs, the gastrocnemius muscle for powerful jumps. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Go a little deeper if you can without rounding your middle back. Osteoporosis, we don't do flexion forward. We do not want to fracture that vertebra in the spine. So making sure you'd only do a small, tiny, flat back hinge at the top range, not down here. One more deep inhale, and you slowly rise up, elevate. We're going to do something from Pilates now. I want you to keep your ankles side by side. I want you to keep your knees side by side and your sits bones fully grounded into the mat as if there's cement holding them in. Now we're going to take our arms to our sides to make sure you're not cheating and just swinging your arms side to side. I want you to rotate through your ribs and just inhale into the sides of your rib cage. Exhale, return. Then I want you to inhale to the other side, rotating, inhaling to those ribs. Exhale, return. And your hips are squared. They're straight ahead of you. Your ankles, one leg doesn't go higher than the other. You're not hip hiking. You're not using that quadratus lumborum muscle in your back to elevate one hip higher than the other. The telltale sign is the ankles will not stay side by side. Your knees will move. And 2 more times, and we'll take it into a spinal twist and Pilates. Last one. Now I want you to stretch the arms, and you're going to do 2 pulses as you exhale. Breathe in, chest lifts, exhale, exhale. Now really lift up the spinal column, reach through top of the head as you do your exhale. Inhale. Exhale, keep the pelvis stabilized, legs reach long. If you need to, sit on a yoga block to stabilize your hips and low back. 4 more. Wrists are neutral. 3, knees are side by side. 1 more set. Chest open. Return. Relax. Press palms into mat. Reverse plank. Elevate your chest, shoulders, heart. Squeeze your glutes. Hold for 5. Chest is open. 4. 3. Keep scooping core tight. 2 more. And release. Take your feet the width of your mat. And again, you keep your sits bones grounded. Avoid letting your knees lift on either side. Avoid letting one ankle lift higher. It looks like that if you're shifting through your pelvis. We don't want to be shifting. Keep those sits bones down, down into the mat. Now reach those arms. I'm going to give you a variation. If you had osteoporosis, you do flat back hip hinge. That's it, like that. You don't go into full forward flexion. We use our opposite hip sits bone on the mat behind us to ground. So this would be a modification for saw, where we do our pinky finger past our pinky toe as we rotate around our breastbone. Here's modified, and in 2 seconds, I'm going to give you rolling down through the spine, going into deep forward flexion. Articulating, so we draw our chin down, we start at the top of our head, we peel through each vertebra, we reach up and over, we do 2 pulses, and we inhale, we're rooted, we're grounded, we roll down vertebra by vertebra, pulse, pulse, elevate, peel back up, inhale, pulse, pulse, space between ribs and hips, breathe in, exhale, pulse, pulse, you're rooted into the opposite hip. Pinky finger by pinky toe. Inhale, let's do 2 more sets. Exhale, exhale, reach apart. Inhale, exhale, reach apart. Last set, breathe in. Keep those sits bones rooted and grounded. Peel it up. Bone by bone, shake it out. Awesome. All right, this next exercise, what I want you to do, reach behind your thighs, roll back a little bit more. Make a hollow scooping sensation right into those deep abdominals, and feel the ribs expanding wide apart on your back as you peel down vertebra by vertebra. Your low back is on the mat and you're connected. Wonderful. Your chest is wide open. Your shoulders are down and back. Take one leg up. Extend the other leg out straight. Single leg circle. Imagine there's a harness keeping your ribs securely fastened and straight up to sky. Flex bottom foot, heel on mat, arms reach by sides. Now you're extending that top leg. Modified, maybe you would do a small circle like this because we do not want the hips to move. We never cross over midline with a hip replacement. So if you have a hip replacement, you would modify with very tiny circles. We're going to go across, around, back. Across, around, back. 4 more. Use your core. Keep the hips stable. 3 and 2. Outer thigh, inner thigh. Last one. Expansion into the sides of those ribs. Come back the other way. Inhale. Exhale. Really dig in. Lengthen this leg. 3 and 2. Last one. Come back. Lower down. Other leg. Point your toes. Again, you could do a small circle modified. Keep those hips stabilized. Now you cross over, not with a hip replacement. Come back. 4. Tighten the core to your spine. Scoop and zip up. And 3. No motion in the pelvis. 2. Keep this bottom leg flexed. And last one, almost forgot. Inhale, come back. It really gets that leg to straighten out on the ground. 4. Use your core, ribs rack. 3. and 2. Last set. Gently come in, extend that leg down. Take your palms. We're going to use the hands lightly under the sides of our pelvis just for extra support. Then we're going to have you start with a little pendulum, but your tailbone stays heavy on your mat. Pendulum, tailbones down. Pendulum, tailbones down. Pendulum. Good. 2 more. Last one, get the side of your waist or obliques. Now lower, 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 lower without arching your back. Lift the legs up. Lower. Lift the legs up. 8 more. Use your core. Scoop in deeply. 7. Use your core. And 6. Back is staying on the mat in your neutral spine. 5. 4 more. Keep scooping your core tight to your spine. 3. See if the wrist stays straight on the mat. If your shoulders are tight, your wrist might not go all the way flat. 2 more. Then you need more shoulder girdle stability work. Last one. Now what I want you to do, combine the 2. We're going to modify a corkscrew. We're going to go to the side from our pendulum. Feel the 2 sides of the ribs wrap together, meeting in the middle. We circle, we come back to the middle, and we go back the way we can. You inhale, you exhale, you come right back to the center. Your pelvis is fixed to the mat. Feel the sides of your waist elongate and stretch. And inhale, exhale, tighten the core to your spine. Inhale, exhale, reach. 4 more. Feel the sides of your waist. And 3, 2. You could do this with bent knees. If it's hard, just keep the legs straight. Modify. Shoulder lever, bend your knees. And last one, breathe in. Come back center. Hug under the knees. Gently peel up. Release your mid back between the 2 shoulder blades. Take one leg up, down. Take the other leg up, down. Now reach for the ankle. Maybe reach for the knee. Extend the other leg. Now pulse, pulse. Scoop in. Really create space in here. Pull in, zip up. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Maybe it's more like this. Maybe your head's on the mat. If you have osteoporosis, you're just doing baby kicks like that, all right? Tighten the core, look towards navel. If you're up, pulse, pulse, and switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Keep the pelvis stabilized. 4, 3, use your core. 2 more. And last one. Excellent. Hug in. 5 hip openers. Stir the knees deeper into their sockets. 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Reverse for 5. And inhale, exhale, reach. And inhale, exhale, reach. 4, and 3. 2 more. Last one. Go to the pinky toe sides of your feet. Lateral edge. Grab your feet. Going into Ananda Balasana, or happy baby. Feel the crease of those hips deepening. Feel that stretch in the thighs, inner thighs, hips. Great hip opener. Fits within your practice. Rock from side to side. Gently releasing your low back on each side of the spine. If it tightens your back, stop. And you could also do your peace fingers on your big toes, whatever you like. Breathe. I like pinky toe side, just feels better. Inhale, exhale, feel openness across shoulders and chest. Use your core, lengthening into the low back. Soften your jaw, your mouth, your neck, your shoulders. Breathe into all 3 sides of your rib cage, front, sides, back, expansion. Get that oxygen into the lower lobes of your lungs. Get rid of any toxins and waste products through the cells, through your muscles, and just regenerate your body. 2 more deep inhales here. Exhale, release. 1 more time, deep inhale. Exhale, softly, gently, release. Close your knees like a book. And then we're just gonna gently take our feet to the mat. And just do a really light windshield wiper so the tailbone never leaves the mat. Soft little gentle windshield wiper from side to side. I'm going to take you into halasana, plow, and yoga. We're going to take our legs and extend them straight down to the mat. I want you to find elongation, head away from tailbone. I'm going to ask you to press your palms against the mat. Scoop into your center. We're going to lift our legs and we're going to peel up and over. Press into those palms. No weight in the neck. You don't want to turn and look at me, but you're not putting the weight in the neck. Rest on the shoulder blades, tips of them. Now, from here, if your toes come down to the mat, you can reach into the mat and breathe. If not, maybe you take your hands to support the back of your pelvis and you just stay wherever you are and you support your hips, your pelvis, your low back, and you breathe here. And you just stay here. And if you want to go deeper and it's within your practice, you can clasp your hands together behind your back and gently let your toes come forward onto the mat and breathe. Pull apart. Create some space and length in your spine. Feel some space between the two shoulder blades, mid-back. You inhale, and then you exhale. You inhale, and then you exhale. One more time. You inhale, and then you exhale. And now you could either roll down vertebra by vertebra like this to the center, or you're going to go deeper by taking your hands under your hips. You're going to lift the legs up and come into a shoulder stand. I think I'm trying to remember the name in Sanskrit. Sarvangasana. There's a different name prefix in front. We're going to take one leg down, elevate up, like we're doing a little control balance. Take one leg down and elevate up. Use your core, Sarvangasana, and come back up. And then Pilates, we do a control balance on the reformer, and then we roll down. 2 more times. Use your core, scoop in tight. Your weight's on the shoulder blade, not on the neck. Last set. Now from here, you're going to take your legs, and then we're going to peel down like we would in a Pilates rollover. Heels to sky. Bring the legs like hip width apart, and you're going to roll through each section. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Legs long, feet over the face. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, till you reach the bottom of your spine. Wonderful. Hug knees into chest. My alarm is going off. I drive 100 miles to go teach Pilates today in a different city. So I have to go take a shower and I have to get ready to go to work, and I get home late tonight, like at 10:15. And then I'll have to cook dinner, and then tomorrow I do it all over again. So just want to give enough time to end this session. Let's do a neutral hip bridge. What I want you to do, keep your chest open, and we're just going to stabilize our lumbar spine. Reach the energy line is shoulders, hips, knees. Pass those toes. Avoid going way up high where you arch your back and your ribs break, like my ribs are breaking. You want to have a continuous flow and nothing's out of alignment. And then just lower your pelvis down. Let's do 4 more like that. Squeeze your glutes. Feel those glutes engage and lower down. 3 more. Elevate up, lower down. 2 more. And last one. Now keep your knees side by side. Kick and land. Kick and land. Feel the hamstring. Keep pelvis stable. Kick and land. 5. Kick and land. 4. Squeeze your glute. 3. Keep the hips level. 2. Last one. And switch it. Kick and land. Squeeze this right glute. Kick and land. I'm going to get a cramp in it. Woo! In the back of the thigh. 7. Kick and land. 6. I'm going to go drink more electrolytes. 5. Whoa, now the glutes burn more, kick it out. 3, kick it out. 2 more, woo, last one. Excellent, drop to your mat. Hug knees into chest. You're gonna roll to your side to slowly press to a seated position, easy and slow if you have osteoporosis. If you do not have osteoporosis, let's do a roll up. Elongate head away from tailbone. Imagine you're on a conveyor belt, legs pulling that way, arms pulling this way. You elongate, fingers away from your toes. Deep inhale, now reach from your center. Heels press down, backs to thighs, scoop in, ribs out of hips, go up over the legs, and stack it up against the wall behind you. 4 more, as long as you don't have osteoporosis. Spine stretch forward, and stack it up against the wall behind you. 3, space between those ribs and hips, get that low back to open up. 2, stack it up on the wall behind you. Last one, coming all the way up. 1 more, elevate, reverse plank, open heart, release, cross those ankles, rest pose, 5 breaths, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press all the way up. And we're just gonna come in our Sukhasana, easy pose. Little lateral side reach, lengthen, inhale, exhale for 3. Inhale, open shoulders, heart. Feel that side lateral, side right where your rib and hip intersect. Ooh, it's tight between the rib cage, the hip bone. And then you just float back up. Come on over to the other side. And you're just gonna stretch. Woo, get those lower ribs to open off your hip and pelvis. Hand behind head, open, rotate. Rotate around that breastbone, thoracic spine mobility. Inhale, exhale for 4 and 3. And inhale, exhale, open heart and shoulders. 2 more. And inhale, exhale, last one. And inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Reach arm overhead. Get that elongation in the sideline. Coming all the way up. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this Yoga Pilates session. It's really good to strengthen, tone, and also work on flexibility. From my heart to yours, I hope you enjoyed this practice. Please hit that notification bell so you get alerted whenever I bring on a new workout session. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Please join my channel and become part of my community. Appreciate you, and I'll see you again soon, everyone. Bye. I hope this helped. Peace.